Hello everyone, I'm on a roll. I've got 4 videos to do tonight, record, try and edit as many of them as I can so that the husband can use the computer tomorrow. So, kind of on a bit of a crunch, but never mind. That's normal for me. So this one is about Tana. I don't talk about Tana often, but I kind of alluded to this in a previous video, which I will link up in the iCard, which will have gone live before this. So, but I didn't realise things had quite got as bad as they were, because I generally don't watch this girl's content because it makes me cringe really hard. I was aware of 2 of these. Now, I am going to link to a few videos on this one, because there's a couple of guys that have done videos on this girl that really deserve to have the videos linked. And I think one, if not both, are British. I'm not 100% sure though. Anyway, so there's the whole free Brushy scandal. Marky has done a video on this where he actually goes into the legality of everything. But her and several others have promoted a website where there was these free Brushies that were and the sale was happening for 24 hours. And the free Brushies you can find that are supposed to be they're supposed to be $80 worth. You can actually find on other websites for less than $3. And the sale that Tana said was for 24 hours was going on when Marky last recorded one of his videos, which is technically illegal, which he covers. So it's a scam, because these brushes that are supposedly supposedly worth $8. You pay £10 in postage, but then the items never arrive, and then the website saying, "Oh, it's because we've had such a high demand. We've sort of had to add some time to the dispatch times." It's like no, and there's no way of getting a refund either. But you can buy the same brushes on other websites for less than $3, but they're worth $80. Then there's the one thing I completely forgot about. Her and Shannon Rose did a video quite some time ago where and it's actually titled "We Found a Dead Body," where they found a dead body in a toilet of a homeless man, and he was apparently dead, and then they got emergency service to him and they managed to save him. But the plain simple fact is, they recorded this guy. I think Shannon's video's down, but Tana's is still up. Well, I know one video's still up and the other one's down. But yeah, we all reamed Logan for this earlier this year. Then there's Tana Con. Do I need to say any more? Where she basically said, "Oh, there's this convention happening. You can either pay for a ticket, get a free ticket, or get a creator's pass, or get a VIP ticket." But there was no lines for each type of ticket. There was no way of seeing who went in when. There was not enough room in the place for the amount of tickets you were selling, and the numbers that you gave compared to the numbers the police gave are vastly different. She also likes to play the victim when people call her on her shit. This is as soon as you call her on a shit, she's like, "I'm only a kid," and it's like, "I'm not adding you're old enough, you've been on YouTube long enough to know better." But it all comes to another point, which is her entitlement. She's very entitled. And it's probably because she has been on YouTube since she was, 17? And she rose to fame pretty quickly. And she's been able to get what she wants because of that. But she's starting to learn that it doesn't always work like that. Then there is the fact that for Halloween this year, she dressed up as a sexy version of a 15-year-old girl, Georgia Wasiwa. Now, while I think that Georgia acting the age that she acts is a bit weird, she's within her right because she's under the age of 18. However, to sexualise the costume of a child, of the way of do a sexy costume version of the way a person who's under the age of 18 dresses, is sketch, to say the least. And then there's this other one, which is paper writing websites. She's promoting paper writing websites that YouTube have actually put a stop on this, but she promotes them on other platforms, where she says it's technically not cheating, but if you're having somebody else write your paper for you, that's cheating. And it can get people kicked out of school and college. So what would Tana do if you went to this website, you got a paper written by them, you submitted it, but that paper also came up as being written by 3 other students that submitted the exact same paper to that university, and you got kicked out of the university, would Tana reimburse you your college fees? Would she pay for you to go to college in another college? No, she wouldn't. Ever. Because she cares too much about having her own money to spend on herself, and she has this thing where she plays the victim. It's like, you call her out on this, it's like, it's not a cheating website, it's a website to help you write a paper. Not that write a paper for you, and then you are supposed to then read that paper and then sort of learn from that paper and rewrite it, but that is never what happens. People get those papers and then submit them. And there is a YouTuber called Ready to Glare. She's on this platform and she works at a university as a teaching assistant, and she's covered this exact thing, and I will link to her video, because she says if any of our students did that, they would be out. They would have been expelled straight away, because you don't do it. Ever. You just don't. And the place of poverty, she doesn't see the problem with promoting these things, even when people have told her time and again that they are scams. But she's saying no, they're not, even though everybody else says that they are. Everybody. You can check the ratings of websites on other websites, and they are usually pretty good. And their websites have got some of the worst ratings to ever exist on the planet Earth. And the place of poverty, she's been paid money to promote these websites and these sales and shit, and then she's saying it's not a scam, it's not a scam, but everybody else is providing proof that it is. If it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. If it looks like a scam and sounds like a scam, then it's a fucking scam. So, don't trust half of what comes out of Tana's mouth. All she cares about is money. Her upload schedule is erratic at best, and the fact that she seems to care more about spending money than actually doing what she says she wants to do to help people is beyond me. She has a young audience as well, which makes it even worse. It really does make it even worse. Anyway, I'm going to calm down for a minute before I do my next video. Stay safe, be good, have fun, and I will see you very soon.